What is up, Super Fam? I am Sensei Finito, and this is Battery CEO. Welcome to Marvel Bros, where we discuss all things Marvel and everything pop culture.
Oh, yes. And on today's Pop Culture's news update, we're checking out the latest post for Moon Knight, talking about the Obi Wan Kenobi show. We also have some Thor Love and Thunder rumors, what's new on Disney Plus, CrunchyRoll, HBO Max, and more this April.
Oh,
Yes. But before we get into all that, please make sure to follow us on all of our social media sites on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and our YouTube channel at Marvel Bros. Check out all of our content and much more.
that is right. And you can also visit our website, www.marvelbros.com, where you can purchase our merchandise and stay up to date with all of the latest content as well. You already know the drill around here, you guys. And all of our pop culture news updates are now available wherever you listen to your podcast at. So Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that good stuff. And you can also listen to the podcast on our website, actually. I don't think we ever say that, but you can. So yeah, definitely check all that good stuff out. And yeah.
All righty. Well, so without further ado, our first item on the docket, a new poster for Moon Knight has been revealed. Now, what could this mean? And we asked this because last week, before the first episode premiered, they released a poster. It was a goldfish inside a blender.
And we were like, "Oh my god,
this isn't gonna happen!" I mean, like,
if a fish gets blended,
yeah, I don't know if I'm prepared for this. Like, mentally,
exactly.
like that's, which didn't happen, but what's it called?
I would say I don't even think we got a solution to what happened to the goldfish first episode. He just found out like, hey, yo, is this my goldfish?
Basically
like Nemo. But
before we jump into this poster real quick, let's catch up to the comments. We have Comic Society showing up. What's up with it, my man? I'd love to see you here. Bedrock, how you doing, Bracket? Laura's in the chat. Hello.
How's it going,
Hello, Laura? How you doing? Comic Society says, I'm watching Halo episode 2. Yeah, that was definitely, we like that.
It was a good episode. It was a very good episode.
Laura says, can't wait for my shirt. Oh, hey. Yeah, you already know.
So exciting.
I am pumped, yo. We can't wait to see you repping
really do.
the super fam for sure. I believe you have the supporter role now as well. There's a headquarters chat in there. It needs to be fledged out a little bit more, but that is available to you. And I can't think of his name right now, and I'm so sorry.
Demon?
Yes, demonic. Demonic.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, because you guys are awesome like that. Let's go with the elbow cough. What's up with the Mary Sue? Are you okay?
Are you sick?
Or are you dabbing? Is that supposed to be a dab?
Yeah, a celebratory dab,
And then it's Chekhov's goldfish in a blender. Oh, we're getting very philosophical around here, I believe.
Okay.
But yes, so what is up with everyone in the chat? We love you. You already know how it is around here. So let's check out this poster because it's menacingly beautiful for some reason, and I don't know what's up.
And it could be a promo image for the first episode. It could be,
yes,
because of how Cupcake Truck was involved.
Look at that!
Look
at that! Look at how ominous it is.
Yes, the ominous
with
the cherry on top. But again, I don't. What do you think this could mean?
Yeah, I kind of feel like this is going to kind of reinforce what I was saying of how we're going to see this episode from Mark's point of view. And I kind of feel like he drove that cupcake truck there in the first place. Like, that's kind of how I feel. I feel like he was too easily to get in the cupcake in the truck and just drive off. So, and then it didn't really tell us how he got there either. So I would just like that to be just a little type of a thing that we get is Mark Spector just kind of driving in the cupcake truck to that place, and then we see all that stuff kind of transpire. I don't know if we're gonna get the full other side of the story, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know if we even saw the cupcake, like a cupcake truck owner in the background of that episode when everything was happening, to be completely honest.
Okay, here's an odd thought.
Okay.
What if Mark owns that particular cupcake company? That's why he was so
Mark.
familiar.
His name
Mark,
is
I'm sorry. Mark owned this particular cupcake company, and that's why he was
like
able
as
to
a
drive
front type of thing.
Yeah, and like he was able to drive that truck so well, and that's kind of how it got there in the first place.
Yeah.
But like
wait, hold on. Remy said it might have something to do with the guy who owned the cupcake truck Mark drove, or just something to do with the truck. The guy was like, "Hey, that's my truck." I don't even think I noticed that. I don't think I noticed that there was a dude there like screaming, "Hey, that's my truck." I didn't notice that like at all.
He did throw him out, I think.
Oh, he did throw him out.
Out.
Okay. Well, there goes my idea.
Okay.
So he didn't drive it there; it was already there. Poor guy.
Yeah.
Like Mike Cabbages, it's kind of like one of those moments.
Yeah.
It was an older man, poor guy.
Big rip.
He said that it was an older man.
Or it could simplify the whole gunfight like battle scene that we didn't get to see that happened in episode 1. Which I'm pretty sure the man's head got blown off. Pretty sure.
Well, not blown off, but yeah,
definitely. He had a bullet to the face. I'm pretty sure.
I think we're gonna see all of those moments, man. Like I think we're gonna see him talking to the girl, like asking the girl out on the date. I think we're gonna see all of those type of moments.
All those moments
the other goldfish. I think, exactly. I think we're gonna see all those moments unfold from Mark Spector's point of view. That's kind of the vibe. That's just the vibe that I feel like the show is going for, and we've been seeing so much like backstory related stuff done in a really weird way. Like Boba Fett was really weird with the backstory stuff that they did. Like it was still like we liked the show. But it was just like, okay, can we have some stuff actually happen in this time period? And then it's like, wait, we have 2 episodes of Mandalorian right now. What the hell is happening? And then Halo as well, the way they're kind of using the backstory thing is like flashes of like visions, though they're like visions, but they're flashback visions. And that's different enough, I guess you can say. And then I think with this, though, we're going to have like literally each episode kind of ping-ponging back and forth until we get to, more of that cohesive one type of symbiotic, I guess you can say.
Do you think we'll see that, or do you think we're going to see conflict the whole way through for the first season?
I don't think we're going to see conflict the whole way through. I think we're going to get honestly, what I think is the next episode is going to be like Mark Spector's episode more. And then halfway through, we're going to go back to Stephen Grant. He's going to take over and we're going to see that. And then that's going to be the rest of that episode.
Yeah.
Maybe we get the girl that he called on the phone showing up in the episode as like a end part or something. And then in the following episode, we have Mark Spector and Stephen Grant like coming together more and not bickering as much. And then from the rest of the next 3 episodes, we'll have like more Moon Knight and then Mr. Knight and all that, and it gradually get better. Because the first episode was like a freaking movie in itself.
Yeah, it was a really cool watch, man. I was like, and again, we expected it to be the best, and it felt the best compared to anything we've watched on Disney Plus. 100%. And that was awesome to feel. The suspense, the mystery behind, what's going on with him was awesome to see and kind of unfold, especially as he like kind of loses it and like wakes up and after like killing and hurting everyone around him who's like threatening him. Like, that was incredible.
And really quick, actually, to kind of talk about that scene that you're speaking of, me and Remy were actually talking about it because she had fell asleep the night when we did the first watch party, but she had finished it the next day. And then we were looking at something, and I was like, "Babe, look at how he's murdered all of these people around him." and there's children in the background looking at the guys on the ground, and they're like literally holding their parent, like their mom's hand. And I was like, yo, this is like Disney. This is like a symbolic Disney thing. Like, hey, this is real. Like it's about to get real. The children in the MCU are seeing this, so are yours. It was like, whoa. I was like, yo, that's intense. And I didn't notice it on the first watch, but once we went back and looked at it again, it was like, oh my God, the children are standing literally feet away from the men that are bleeding out of their faces.
So speaking of that, last week we reported that Disney Plus censored some of their stuff. And we're like,
it was
damn.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. They went back and censored the entire show.
I think it was actually one other thing as well. I don't know. I think it was another episode. It wasn't. Yeah, you're right. It was two different things that happened in Falcon and Winter Soldier. But apparently, it was a bug, and that the clean version was uploaded accidentally. Yeah, at least that's what I saw. Which is wild, and they're trying to fix that issue. But hopefully, this show doesn't get that same treatment. And hopefully, that wasn't just like an excuse. Like I don't know if people won't notice. We could make it non-violent type of thing, so hopefully this show doesn't get that same treatment. If it does, I guess we kind of know that they did it on purpose,
exactly. But I think it's also good to kind of know that they have that ability. They had a PG-13, like a more PG version of that, and I don't see why they wouldn't put out both versions, to be completely honest. I don't know if that hurts them when it comes to like their ratings and stuff or whatever, but I feel like to be able to have like how you can put it in Spanish. If you could put the show in PG, that would be really, I think a lot of parents would like that. For me, I'm not tripping. You know what I mean? Like me and Jay watch Naruto and My Hero Academia all the time, and those shows are vicious, my guy. So, but some parents are like, oh my goodness, no. Oh. But we grew up watching freaking crazy movies, bro. Like we were watching people get blown away. So everyone has their own choices. But I think that would be a nice touch to Disney Plus, and they would actually be the first streaming platform to even have something like that. Because I don't think we've ever heard of a PG version accidentally getting uploaded and replacing the more dark version that was actually put out. So that I like, and kudos to them for actually doing two different CGI versions as well, right? Because it's like, yo, they're really out here putting in that extra work. Yeah. But I wish we could see it as well, kind of like Deadpool. I think Deadpool did that actually. No, I'm lying. It was Deadpool. They went back and put out the the PG-13 instead of the R. So I like that though. It was an accident, but it's like a good accident in some ways. Mary Sue says the cuts are a great way to save money on filming. Hey, that's cold, but it really is, huh? Like if we don't have to show him whooping everyone's ass, then we don't have to show the CGI for it and all that extra stuff. Samurai says, "What up, Marvel Bros?
How's it going, Samurai?
How's it going, my boy? I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. I hope all of you are, to be completely honest. I hope everyone's having a vibrational Sunday. It's been lovely for me so far. My man Bats over there about to fall asleep. Was fishing for 30 hours. You feel me?
Yeah, just got back from a 2-day fishing little derby. We got destroyed. I did catch the biggest fish I've ever caught in my life. Okay.
Oh, snap. Nice.
Awesome. However, the fish that won was like 2.5 times bigger than what fish I had.
Damn.
Unbelievable to think of a trout to be 40 plus inches longer. There's no shot. That's trout. There's like part salmon or something in that thing because there's no shot.
Part salmon.
Yo, no, all of us were like, yo, that's unheard of. Like what? Like, and then I saw the pictures and I was like, dude, this is no way. This doesn't even look anatomically like a trout. This oh, dude, it was wild.
Yeah,
but it was a good time, and we also almost froze to death. But our fire went out mid sleep, so yeah, it was insane.
That's wild.
And then we got back, got some food, and then took an hour snooze, and here we are.
Yeah. Not an hour snooze.
Yeah, gotta get that snooze in,
yeah. Yeah, I was actually up pretty late into the night with Renato. Me and him were drinking some whiskey. It was lovely. And we were talking about my book and brainstorming on different things. It was really awesome. We were big vibing. Yeah. Laura says, so you're thinking Moon Knight's flashbacks are more like The Witcher? Yeah, eventually the timelines.
Actually, a good way to put it. I never really thought about that.
Yes, the timelines will meet up. Like yes.
I'll tell you what, confused the shit out of me when I first watched The Witcher. It really did, because I was like, wait, so if this happened, then episode 4 happened right after like episode 2. Like, it was just, I had never seen anything like that before, and I didn't even know that's what the show was going for. And so after I was like close to the end, I was like, oh, I see what's happening here.
I see what's going on.
So hopefully they do come and line up like that.
Yeah, but speaking of the flashback that I still kind of feel like this is back in the day, like 2009, 2010. There's just a huge lack of people on their cell phones. There's a wide variety of people throughout the show that are like on like reading newspapers, and it's like, I know that sounds very like what, but it's like, no, that's trivial right now. People don't. Tell me the last time you saw someone just chill.
You know what I'll say?
To be completely honest, though,
no one reads newspapers.
Not at Starbucks
here in Merced, but like in a big city, I feel like it's more common. But
no,
only because like in bigger cities, you still have booths that sell magazines and newspapers. But like here, we don't have that. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not something that people do. But again, I don't know. I think hopefully this second episode kind of clears it up, because that was a huge conversation we had.
Like,
in our
the phones were all old. Like, even the dude that was watching the Otter video, he was watching it on like a Metro phone. It wasn't like it was like some new iPhone or Android. It was just like a regular Metro POS. Like, you know what I mean? And it was just, I don't know. It was really interesting, man. I don't know. I feel like that's gonna.
I don't know.
Yeah, that might be a thing too, where it's just Europe, but it's like, is that just Europe? I don't feel like.
I didn't know they rolled like that, but
Yeah, I didn't know they rolled like that.
We might now know.
But to me, even if you look at Eternals, that's based in Europe, and it's not the same vibe, like, at all.
That's definitely modern Europe for sure. Like,
exactly,
like there was no distinguished. Yeah.
It doesn't feel like that's the same Europe, but they're literally like on the opposite sides of Europe where those museums are. So I mean, I might be reading into it a little bit too much, but it just seems like this isn't something that's happening in our current phase, like, at all. Like, it does, like, and I feel like that might be why there's a lack of MCU references, like the creator said there would be, because it takes place, a little bit back, not necessarily right where it's at right now. So that would make complete sense. Laura says they might be working on that for the kids who can't watch the adult version, and that's what I'm thinking as well.
And that's probably a whole program that they're working. Yeah, like they're actually working on, but it's not supposed to be active yet. And they're probably still working out the kinks and stuff like that. So, I don't know how they would do that for this show. It seems like it was a vital part. Unless they have like a legit kid version that's like wildly different.
But my man woke up with his jaw like
all dislocated. I was like, oh my god,
we've definitely never seen anything like that coming from the MCU before. That was crazy. I would have loved to see stuff like that in the previous, just anything. Samurai says, fun fact, in episode 1 of Moon Knight, there's a barcode. And if you scan the barcode, it will take you to Werewolf by Night comic book run. Yes, this is true. You get the free comic of the Werewolf by Night. If you scan the barcode in the museum, I believe when the little girl is talking to him, there's barcodes on the back on the wall. And there's multiple ones, and they have like, you can zoom in on them, and you can like take the picture and pause at the right moment, and then you'll get that comic book, which is freaking awesome. And they should definitely do more stuff like this in everything. Remember when they had like the movies where you had the scratch and sniff card, and you would have to scratch it and sniff on this, like, with the movie on screen in order to like get more immersed? I think that would be something like that. Like, but I don't know how you implement that into a Marvel movie other than like Shang-Chi, which was amazing. When his mom like went by his dad's face, and it was like, it started just smelling like flowers and shit. It was, that was crazy. Laura says that's a massive trout.
We were all like, there's no shot. Even when we first started day 1, it was like we were out there at 3 a.m. and around 7 p.m., the leader person posted their trout, and it was a picture of a 29.45 inch trout, which was at that point we didn't catch any big trout. So we were like, what? And then we come to find out from the dude that was fishing next to us was like, dude, this is the same dude who's won the past 2 years. And like he was like, he was like, I call bullshit. There's no shot. There's no way. Unless like he has some sort of secret, like he must be doing something fishy. And after that, we noticed that people and like had commented, hey, like why aren't you in the picture with the fish? Because when you submit it on the app, you're supposed to have a picture with the fish on the like certified measuring thing, and a picture of you holding the fish. But that wasn't there, so like they can't verify. I don't think they verify it properly when it's that way. And after that, he didn't win. Someone else won with the 43-inch trout. Yo.
People
Ridiculous.
were like, bro, you're cheating, and then someone comes out with a fish that's double that size. Like, bro,
I saw the pictures.
Definitely cheating.
And I was like, yo, I can't believe they caught that. But fun fact, I guess the company that they got the fish from was going out of business. So I think they gave them a lot of their mature breeding stock for their operation for this contest. And that's why there was so much big fish because, and me and my partners, we had that whole conversation like, yo, like we've been out here for a long time. We've never caught fish this big. We've caught a couple big fish, but never like 19, 18 plus fish. Like that's just not something we've ever caught there before. And like, there's like, no, they've either had to pay to get this size of fish or again,
they got like some insider secrets or something.
It was just wild to think. And there was so many people that were getting 25 and up. Like it was insane. Like at one point I was in the top 30 of like out of 300, but then I got dropped down to like 60 something, which is still pretty good. Like because I had, out of like,
but that's still people, that's still like, whoa, what happened? That's crazy. Comic Society says, I want Blade to meet Moon Knight so bad.
I think they will, bro. There's no like they have to. And I think watching Morbius kind of solidified that thought for me, in the sense of like, okay, this is how vampires are going to be. I'm really excited, and it got me kind of excited for Blade.
So you're thinking that Morbius is going to be the vampire type of vibe that we're going to get with the MCU vampires?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I kind of had a vibe like that, but like I just the idea of like how people view vampires, like with the detectives and stuff like that, that just got me excited for Blade.
I see what you're saying.
I think when we learn more about the girl, the doctor partner of his like became a vampire. I think when
spoilers.
I know, I apologize. That was my fault.
Yeah, my man. Yeah,
I wasn't even thinking. I was excited.
I could tell
when that happens. That just was like, okay, I feel like she's going to be very important moving forward, and like Blade, and like when it comes to like Blade. Yeah. But again, I don't know because like we were really confused with the end credit and some other stuff.
I'm kind of thinking that Blade might not. I know this is going to really grind some people's gears, but I kind of think Blade might not focus on vampires as heavily as we think he's going to. Right off the bat, I think all of the Midnight Suns and everything are just gonna strictly focus on those supernatural things, and vampires may come up eventually, but I would not be surprised if they're like hunting witches or some shit or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like hunting witches or like gargoyle monsters or something like that. That's what I'm kind of thinking. Like more supernatural things.
Yeah.
I think that vampires will come in for sure, but even with like the Marvel Zombies thing that we've talked about on the channel multiple times coming to like, and
that
it's going to be
what
like
it focus on.
Like that's kind of what I'm thinking is it's going to kind of focus on the Marvel Zombies, and we're kind of going to go into a different way, and this is how we get Punisher, Blade, Moon Knight, all of these badass characters doing their badass stuff. Like I mean, Punisher is now not like that's not even a like far-fetched to come to the MCU anymore, to be completely honest, because Moon Knight is like, it's like Punisher, Daredevil, Moon Knight when it comes to like how the adultness of the show. And we're only the first episode in, so it might even get like even darker than that. But we've seen people get ran over by oak trees. It's been wild. Like people have been shot in the face. Like it looked like bro ripped the heart out of someone, but it was just the scarab in his hand.
Mhm.
I was like, dude, did he just kamata Kalima somebody and just rip their freaking heart out? And I'm pretty sure we're gonna see the goddess Amit eat someone in this show 100% as well. So it's like
we're gonna possibly see her.
You know what I mean? I think that this is gonna get really dark. And I'm 100% still think we're gonna get like that Eternals vibe of the Enneads.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact about the Enneads: the Black Panther goddess Bast is one of the Enneads.
Oh,
so yeah,
she's supposed to make an appearance in the MCU. So
she is the sister of Khonshu, to be completely honest.
Okay.
So yeah, so this could get really spicy, and then
Yeah.
we're leading up into the whole Thor: Love and Thunder with Gore the God Butcher. Like, bro, there's no way that that's a coincidence that we're getting gods before the God Butcher movie. Just no way.
Yeah.
Remy says you had pointed out the flip phones too. Yep, it feels like there's multiple people on flip phones in this movie. I didn't see an Apple Watch. I didn't see nothing like that. Not an iPad, tablet. Like that's just so rare. You know what I mean? Especially in shows now, everyone's always on something, and it's even to the point now where Apple doesn't allow their products to be used by villains in movies. So if someone doesn't have an iPhone and they're a good guy, you can usually know that they're going to turn to the dark side, basically, because Apple literally does not allow that, and people always are trying to make it seem more time centric.
Yeah.
And he talks about Avatar: The Last Airbender and Avatar the movie, but those both came out in 2009. So it still kind of even confirms that it might be back then, because it might be closer to a real pop culture reference at that time. Not that it's not now, but you understand what I'm saying. Comic Society says Moon Knight takes place during Phase 1.
It could be
like simultaneously with Iron Man and all of that. I would like that. Even Avengers or something. I would like it to be anywhere in from that 2008 to 2011 range. Like that seems like a good range for it to take place before Age of Ultron. That's what I'm thinking. Would just Laura says, "Oh, that would be an interesting twist." Comic Society, I agree. The Midnight Suns are coming.
That's for sure, man.
And it's not going to be the video game.
Yeah. You guys should all check out our reaction to that trailer and see what we're talking about, because it's atrocious.
I agree.
You can watch me completely rip this trailer, by the way. I completely shredded it to the ground.
I wasn't even ready.
Complete disaster.
I was like, wait, what?
We were bamboozled, to say the least. Go check out the reaction. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, that was definitely a terrible experience. But it's good to have those bad experiences, because then we know what we don't want to see from stuff.
Yeah.
We
were lied to.
We were bamboozled. Moon Knight needs a friend that isn't a voice in his head. Strangely, I think they're gonna do that weird type of Loki thing where his friend is himself.
Yeah.
But it's in a different way. So Mark Spector's friend is Stephen Grant, and it's gonna be like, but that's the same person. But it's not gonna get like as weird as Loki did, because we were not prepared for Disney to go with that direction at all. We were like,
wow.
I can't wait for the Blade movie. Yeah, that's gonna be nice. The Blade movie is gonna be amazing. I hope we get that soon. Like I hope that's like one of the first ones that we get in the new, when that batch of movies comes out that it's in. I hope it's like one of the first ones. Like I don't see us getting Fantastic Four before we get Blade personally, but we might. But I just don't see that happening.
Fantastic Four and Blade are the only ones that we're not getting anytime soon.
Yeah.
At least officially, we haven't really gave us an announcement
and
in terms of
Guardians
yet, but
do we know Guardians of the Galaxy 3?
That comes out this year. Or
Thor and Black Panther comes out this year.
You're right. I think it's either next summer or next fall or something like that.
Oh no, the Marvels is what we get. The Marvels is next year. Black
Yep,
Panther is
yep.
this year, and then we have what is our summer movie next year? Why can't I think of it? Is it Ant-Man? No, it's not Quantumania. That's 2024, right?
I don't remember. It might be. I'm not too sure.
Man, we just need to have a
Yeah.
whole list of everything at every point so we can just bring it up and not have to wonder. Laura says that Mary Sue, Moon Knight, and Deadpool need to go to group therapy for that and become friends and go on an adventure together. I would have really loved
That sounds like a
that.
legitimate thing that's gonna happen.
Oscar Isaac and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, give it to me now.
I feel like I can see this.
Wait, Disney just came out and said it's right after Hawkeye, so after the snap. I just read it. Who knows how reliable? Oh, interesting,
Okay.
King. What's up with it, King? How you doing? Welcome.
How's it going, King?
That's interesting. I didn't think we were. They usually don't come out with stuff like that this early, so I don't know how reliable that could be either. Like they usually wait until after the show to start answering certain questions like that, unless it's Morbius, because the director for Morbius came out and spoiled the entire movie for some reason. Comic says I was devastated by that trailer. What trailer? What are we talking about?
Midnight Suns.
Midnight Suns. Yes, that was heartbreaking. I'm hearing Blade is gonna be a period piece, 1930 and present day. What?
I'd be okay with that. I would be okay with that.
That's kind of what we were talking about. We wanted from Agatha, House of Harkness, as well, is to have that be a period piece of like the Salem trials and kind of see how she became the powerful witch that she is. And it would give a lot more background to the MCU, and I would really like that. I like when they did it with Ant-Man, when they showed us that Hank Pym was Ant-Man in like World War. You know what I mean? Like that was awesome. And then he's like doing stuff, and you get to see. So then when you look at the actual timeline, you get to place that in that timeline of where that goes, which is awesome. MCU timeline's amazing.
Yeah, I think what's it called? I don't know where that's gonna go. Like, I mean, we talked about zombies, vampires, maybe the witches, but there's a lot they could work with that timeline. So that could be cool.
Laura, she says, "Fun, the Great Depression and COVID in the same movie. It'll be a fun, light film." Jesus Christ! Oh my God! I didn't even
World
think
War.
about it like that. Oh, jeez.
A lot of things happened during that time. Yeah,
bruh, like it was going down. It was going down for no reason. But moving on to some Star Wars news. This is something to rejoice about for sure. The premiere for Obi Wan Kenobi has officially been pushed back to May 27th, but it will release the first 2 episodes on that day. So I believe we were seeing a May 24th release.
So it just got pushed back 2 days.
And which I honestly think this is the smartest thing to do, because we've been talking about this here, and that them putting these shows out in the middle of the week is kind of weird a little bit, like it's not weird because they're trying to do like the prime time thing, like every other show comes out, but it's like, why isn't it a Friday release? But they're moving Kenobi back to be a Friday release.
I wonder why. I don't know if they explained as to why they're doing it. Oh, I think they're doing it to purposely compete with Netflix, because that same day, Stranger Things newest season comes out. So it might be the battle of the streaming services type of thing, to see who can get the most viewership.
Yeah.
Maybe something was going down between Netflix and Disney Plus, and Disney Plus was like, "All right, bet, bro, bet. We're gonna do something to really mess you up." So then, like, they're like, "You know what? Take it back 2 days. We're doing this. We're gonna full send this at Netflix right now." But like, I don't think they gave a reason. I think they just made the announcement. Owen McGregor actually made the announcement, in like a little clip thing. So, but it could be, because we do talk about Amazon Prime sometimes. And what Prime does with their stuff is they release either the whole thing or the first 3 to 4 episodes, and that is like for us, it's makes us watching them and reacting to them much harder. Because then we have to either watch all of them at the same time, which is a
almost
lot.
impossible.
Yeah, and then or we have to watch it over several days, or even weeks to even be able to get it done. Like, but with Obi-Wan, how long do you think the episodes are gonna be? Do you think they're gonna be like?
I think it's gonna be about 45 to
50 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping it's gonna follow the Moon Knight formula rather than the Hawkeye formula. Please,
because that was like 28, 34, 35, right? Hawkeye, except for the finale. I think the finale was a little longer,
but yeah, those were that was not it. So I'm hoping that they give us a little bit longer stuff, but who knows? And Obi Wan Kenobi is going to be solid, but it might be trash because of the Inquisitors. No cap.
What? Okay, what do you mean? Like the way they look, or
no, the way they look might really put a damper on everything. Like I'm thinking, like once they start talking to them, stuff like it's gonna be like this. We're just, you know what I mean? And the rest of the face doesn't have any expression, and their lips are just moving, and that's it. Like, bro, when you look at like the Grand Inquisitor, his race has been in Star Wars movies before. And even when we saw him in the other movie that he was in, he looked more like how the Grand Inquisitors look. So it's just like, bro, I don't really understand.
And you know what? I also think that kind of gives us already a negative, like, image. Is we've watched all of Clone Wars and we've watched all
of Rebels,
most of the animated stuff. So, and I don't think a lot of people have done that.
True.
Unless you're like a real big Star Wars fan. Because Clone Wars was a kid show up until, but it was all canon, and then all of a sudden season 6 ended, and then that season 7 never came out. But then they re-released it, and it's like, if you guys haven't watched any Clone Wars, I highly recommend just watching that last season, because it bridges the gap between episodes 2 and 3 and like perfectly in a perfect way. Within the Clone War saga, it's literally one of the coolest things to experience, and even with the music and I just thinking about it is giving me chills because I remember when I turned it on. Yeah,
it's impeccable. It's ridiculous. And it's really a great watch, no matter what, bro. Like, no matter what. Rebels is impeccable as well. Clone Wars and Rebels are just my favorite pieces of anime we've really got, like, from Cartoon Network. Like, like, and everything that they did with that. I believe it was Cartoon Network, right? That initially had it before Disney bought it out and everything. Rebels might have came on Disney XD, but I don't think it did, to be honest. I think Resistance comes out on Disney XD. If I'm not mistaken.
Resistance is good, but it's like a legit kid show, and there's only a few episodes that are like relevant to like the canon storyline. Those moments are cool, but as for the rest of it, it really is like a legit kid show. So it is kind of hard to watch.
I really don't think Star Wars, like, I'm not trying to like bag on anything or anyone by any means necessary, but I really don't think I would appreciate Star Wars as much as I do without like Clone Wars and Rebels. Like, to be completely honest, like, they give so much depth and background and just like knowledge of everything that's amazing. And it's really some of the best stuff that we've gotten. Bad Batch is all right. It's good.
It was a good start. I'm
excited
to see where season 2 goes.
Needs to keep going.
Yeah.
Society says they should do this Marvel Wednesday and Star Wars Fridays. For real. Mary Sue says Disney's is ruthless.
They don't care about our sleep at all.
Yeah. Comic Society says imagine our episodes of Obi-Wan. Bro, that'd be incredible.
Awesome. Unless they suck. That'd be awful.
That's
well, I'm fairly confident Disney wouldn't release something that people aren't going to enjoy. So
you must not have watched the most recent Star Wars trilogy then.
In the sense that I just can't.
Alrighty then.
Because
it doesn't.
I don't
You
think it
never
was
know,
meant,
bro.
I don't think it was meant to come out my mouth the way it did. Okay.
I mean, look at Artemis Fowl. They released that, bro. Come on, that
They
was
did.
terrible. That shit was a travesty.
I don't even know where I was going with that whole thing there. Though. If I'm being honest.
I'm gonna say, you know what? Nah, they've let us
I
down.
completely
Multiple
redact my
times.
first statement. Disney, in fact, does release garbage things that either on accident or on purpose. Who knows? But I don't think they would
then you
allow
have
something
random
like
golden
this
gems
big.
like Ulysses.
That's actually a really good movie. If you guys haven't watched it, watch it. It's about a squirrel that has superpowers. It's awesome.
Freaking amazing. It's ridiculously amazing.
One of the best superhero moments I've ever seen.
Society says, I'm a Star Wars fan, but I was never a big fan of Clone Wars and Rebels. I didn't get into them as you guys did.
You know what? So there's the Clone Wars, which is like a small.
Oh, he says, and Bad Batch.
And then there's the Clone Wars, the one that like the main one. The first one, the Clone Wars, is no longer canon, unfortunately. Yeah. But that particular animated film shows way more.
Isn't that the one that's like Samurai Jack-esque animation?
Samurai Jack-esque. Like you see Ventress, you see how Grievous got hurt and why he's coughing. You see Anakin like really kind of divulge into the dark side. You see him tested. You see him like you see so many different things in that show that are just like, wow, like what? Like why can't this be canon? It's insane. That's on Disney Plus to actually watch. But like in total, I think you could actually watch the whole show in like 2 hours. Because the episodes were like 10 to 15 minutes long. So that is watchable. It's like a movie. So if you guys watch anything, that's definitely one to watch.
Society says, I love the Clone Wars because it's my childhood. The clone. Yeah, Star Wars is just awesome, and we need more of it. But we need good Star Wars content. Not just like, bro. I will forever think that them not using my man Cal from the games anywhere yet, like it's just.
Hey, it might happen, man. I think like they're making part 2.
Yes.
I didn't finish the game, so I don't know what other connections there is within like
with
Star
like
Wars
all the
lore.
sisters and that other stuff.
But I know the actor just made a huge appearance in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and he did like a whole photo shoot, and they were promoting the hell out of it. So that has to mean something.
That would be awesome. So amazing. I can't wait to just see what else happens there. But what do we have up next, my brother?
Well, E3 is officially not happening at all this year in a physical or digital show. With that said, I feel like things like E3 and Comic-Con are becoming less and less relevant as big companies like Disney, DC, Marvel, they're starting to do their own little events rather than pay. I'm sure they pay a fee and percentages and
to be completely honest, though, their events have not been nearly as good as it would have been if they would have just went to Comic-Con or E3 or whatever the case may be.
So like
it's just ridiculous.
The last Comic-Con that was actually good was the Comic-Con before
COVID popped off, right?
Marvel and Disney left. After they left, it just hasn't been the same.
Because didn't they leave like
they
2019, 2018?
No, it was like 2017, maybe 18.
What?
It was the first year. It was 19. It was 19. I think it was. The first
I was like,
it was that summer of Marvel Bros. They announced the next year that they wouldn't be there in person, and that they would have their own thing.
And then that's when we got all the news when Kevin Feige and Shang-Chi came out, and then we got the another one of Kevin Feige talking about everything with the screen behind him and all that.
And then DC Fandom, which was incredible. The first year was incredible. Second year was cool too, but it was missing something. It wasn't as enticing.
It's not what they do. You know what I mean? That like they need to just go ahead and let Comic-Con be Comic-Con. But like Society's just said, when they announced Blade, I went crazy. We were in shambles for that entirety. When they announced Jonathan,
I made like 30 posts in like 10 minutes.
The Conqueror, we were like, wait, excuse me? What the hell does not
Mhm.
Jonathan Majors from Lovecraft Country that was amazing that we just saw yesterday. Like the season finale was like the same week that they announced it. It was ridiculous. It was like, bro, I am here for this. I wish Star Wars would do something like that. Laura says, I hope they do something with the Old Republic era. There's so much untapped potential. It'd also be nice to make it official. And that's what the new trilogy is going to be, is the Old Republic. The Old Republic.
Yeah.
Knights of the Old Republic.
But yeah,
is that still being made by the
this
Game of Thrones guys?
No, I think they left creative differences.
Yeah, okay. I thought so.
But I think that's gonna be a great project. I think we have a lot to look forward to when it comes to the future of Star Wars. Now that I think they kind of see what we like and don't like from what they've put on Disney Plus, because the stuff on Disney Plus is way better than the newest trilogy, in my opinion. But I think hopefully they kind of take that feedback and kind of look, hey, you know what, we need to look at this and really evaluate how we want to do our movies moving forward.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree with that because it gets real. It gets real iffy. Comic Society says, I want Kang to be the new Thanos. I think Kang is going to be even better than Thanos, to be completely honest, because I feel like we're going to get Kang fleshed out in multiverse characters before we meet actual Kang. So we're gonna have a better understanding of who that Kang is also.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna be surprised if we see Kang somewhere or a version of Kang somewhere in Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness. I would not be surprised at all. Yeah, I would like that a lot. Laura says, really? Wait, did I already know this? Yes, you did know this. You've asked this before here. And we
talked about a lot.
Yeah, and we had like a whole spiel about it. Not a rant necessarily, but we did talk about a lot of the things that
and because like all the books right now in like Star Wars canon, they're focusing on the Star Wars High Republic era. And I think it's either the High Republic or Old Republic that they're going to be focusing on.
I think it's old.
But I'm pretty sure it's the Old Republic, and they're going to kind of go into like the Sith and all this other stuff. And I think that's where the other shows like Acolyte and other stuff are going to kind of come into play.
Yep. Yes, I believe. I agree with everything that you just said. And something else that I saw the other day is Doctor Strange is 2 hours and 6 minutes for runtime. And man, that is
long enough.
I don't think it's long enough, to be completely honest. I mean, Spider-Man 2
it was almost 3,
2 hours and 6 minutes as well.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. So with Doc Ock,
it could be
the one with Doc Ock, like
yeah.
Oh,
that was like
that's
the best
a Sam Raimi movie,
superhero movie ever.
Exactly. So I think the timing really just shows that Sam Raimi got to do his creative work on it, because that's how long his movies are usually. They're like a good 2 hours and 6 minutes, 2 hours and a minute, 2 hours and something.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say I'm nervous for this, because that short time, I
think we're just spoiled. We're just spoiled with long movies. We haven't really.
The last 4 or 5 Marvel movies have all been over 2 hours.
Like all non-Marvel movies, talking about Morbius.
Yeah.
It really tested boundaries with length, because that movie felt hella short. And it ended very abruptly. And we talked about this yesterday on our stream. And in Discord. It ended very, very, very fast. And again, 50 minutes of the movie was missing, it felt like. But hopefully that's not the case for Doctor Strange. I have faith. I think they're gonna make every second of that movie count and really kind of start the movie running and not even slow down until the very end of the movie.
And that's kind of what I'm hoping for as well. I'm hoping that even through the moments of dialogue, it's still like, whoa, like what the hell? Like they're just dropping like it's just 2 hours of action and world building for the MCU for what we have no idea. I don't even know if I want to call it world building. I think I want to start calling it phase building, because it's really not building more than the
Yeah.
phase that it's in currently. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I think phase building is a good terminology for what happens in these movies because we get to really understand what's going on within each MCU verse phase thing or whatever. So I feel like we're gonna have like just dialogue from the jump. Like I think we're gonna, like you said, hit the ground running. We're starting in it. Doctor Strange is getting arrested by Baron Mordo already. Maybe the thing that we see that people were saying was a cloud of Wanda coming to the Comertage is actually I just said his name and then forgot it.
Mordo?
The dude. Mordo. Maybe that's Baron Mordo coming to arrest Doctor Strange. Like that's what that is. Because we've been seeing a pretty good consistency of like the first 30 minutes being
Or
these
the
trailers.
zombie Doctor Strange coming to attack them.
Ooh,
That could be one. Because we see him in the trailers.
Yeah.
Or the evil version of Doctor Strange. But I think it's more I'm leaning towards Wanda. The latest. Okay, so while we're watching Morbius,
I just feel like it wouldn't be Wanda yet because we see him talk to Wanda in the little field. So I don't think it would start with. I think we're gonna see something. I don't know. I have no idea.
Because we saw. Okay, we were watching Morbius. You guys already know. We don't like to watch the final or third or fifth or sixth trailers for Marvel or DC stuff because then they get into
Real spoilery.
some real spoiler stuff. And unfortunately, they played the newest final trailer for us when we watched Morbius.
Yeah,
we did see a lot.
we did.
But there was a conversation between Wanda and Doctor Strange that kind of makes me wonder, like, what the hell happened? Like, she's like, "Look, when you use your magic, they see you as a hero, but when I use mine, they see me as a villain." Like that's something that she says, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
That's something that she says in the first trailer, though.
Oh, does she? Okay, I didn't even hear that.
Yes, yeah,
but we actually see it.
No, yeah, it's the same. That was the same. Yeah, because she asked, she's like, why when you mess with the multiverse, basically you're a hero, but when I do it, I'm the villain. And that is like a huge question for sure because I don't think she really understands that she is the villain, yo. Like she is the villain. Like he is the villain too. Like they're both the villain. I don't think either of them are without blame by any means, yo. And I can't wait to see who really broke everything right now. Like, was it everyone at the same time? Shang-Chi busting open that universe, letting the freaking Cthulhu thing in, and Shang-Chi's dad doing that, I mean. And then Loki also messing with the timeline at the same time that the Eternals just did all the shit that they were doing. And Doctor Strange and Spider-Man are breaking the time. Like, all of this is happening within, like, the course of, like, 6 months to a year. Like, maybe a year at the most. I don't even think it's a year at the most. But, like, all of this stuff is happening on a universal scale. All of these energies and things are just getting released and happening. And it's like, bro, there's no way that all of this isn't gonna obviously make something happen. Yeah, and I feel like we're about to get spicy, baby. I want to see Wanda murder at least half of the Illuminati or something like that. Like, yeah, murder him. And we did actually see Black Panther on that panel of Illuminati from that trailer. We
seeing
definitely
on
saw
Screen X definitely opened my eyes as to what was even in the trailer. But we definitely saw several people sitting down. I couldn't see the other ones, but I definitely saw the neck stuff that Black Panther has on his suit there. So that's something to look forward to. But going back to E3 real quick, it doesn't. I feel like it doesn't have the same relevance as it used to have, man. Because we used to get hella trailers for E3. I know it's a big technology thing, so we get a lot of new technologies revealed and stuff like that. But like, and it might be because I just don't watch the news anymore. Because like growing up, like I'd be at my grandma's before I go to school, and I'd like we'd all watch the news right before we go to school, right? So like, and I see the stuff on E3 and whatnot all the time. And before we started Marvel Bros, E3 up until that point, we had a lot of content coming out from E3, and it felt like it just hasn't been the same. I don't even like hear about it until after the fact.
I think it's because not only did all of the movie companies start doing their own things, but so did the video game companies. movies. They didn't have to go through E3 to get buzz about all the new games that are coming out. Mainly because IGN really took over. I mean, I think IGN is E3 right now, and E3 just is gonna like kind of like E3 was had all the stuff popping for them, but IGN really has taken over that area of covering all the video games, covering all the movies, even putting out trailers at this point now. So I feel like more than just the companies doing their thing, I don't think they did enough to try to stay relevant.
Yeah, they didn't do their
IGN does
part.
like pop, like not pop culture, but they do what's it called? Like
They do streams.
they do streams. That's what exactly
everything.
they do all of the things. They cover everything. They
Year
go on
round.
like TikTok and shit. Like they do all the stuff, right? They do all of the things that need to be done. And that's just something that I feel like E3 did not evolve with the times, and it just unfortunately is going to end up being their demise at some point, unless they turn into some other type of virtue.
Like they literally have to become their own like social
something.
media like type of news,
Yes,
entertainment
exactly.
company to really kind of
because I mean,
and
I'm
it
not
might be
even
too late.
looking for E3. Like exactly,
Yeah,
that's what
and
I'm like.
I think it's too late. There's too many
I'm not even
competitors
like
in the game.
I
at this point.
completely forgot about E3. I'm not even gonna play around. I forgot all about E3 until I read the script and saw that their name was in here, and I was like, "Oh snap, that's right." E3 used to do all the stuff. Like they really used to cover a wide variety.
And it's only
everything.
I think E3 is like a week long. Or like
yes, it's like a full event,
year,
bro.
yeah,
And
so
each day would like cover something different. You would have like, oh, this is the Xbox games. These are the other games that are in development. But now Sony is doing their own PlayStation Live thing. Xbox is having their own event. Ubisoft is having their own damn event. I mean, come on, Ubisoft, like they have 7 games that are relevant. Like everybody is just on their own level now, and which is really the way that it kind of should be at the same time.
Yeah, they're all starting to vertically integrate and kind of really taking that chance to make
because they're like, why? Exactly. Exactly. Why go to the third party source and have them promote our stuff when we can literally have a whole event, have a person come up on like it just show everything off. I mean, Apex Legends did that the first year the video game came out. So, all this, it was just revolutionary. People started realizing they can stream. Like, I can stream my own, we can stream our own stuff. So, yeah. We just hope that it doesn't bring death to everything. Like, we've seen a rapid decrease in places going to Comic-Con, like we talked about, a rapid decrease in all of that type of stuff in the light of everyone else doing their own.
COVID definitely isn't helping either as well.
Oh, facts.
With that said, people don't care.
That's when everyone found out that they could do their own events at home online.
Yeah. So
Disney was like, wait, we can do an online event and have even more buzz than if we would have went to Comic-Con, because then they show the price. Like, bro, it was just crazy.
Like, it even made our channel. Like, it made us more efficient and like stay relevant. Like that's just us, going with the times and doing what we need to do to make sure we stay relevant, and it's worked. And here we are, and it's better than ever.
So it's just wild, bro. It's wild to see where
that's on the small scale. Just imagine on the big scale, like when you're looking at companies like Disney, Marvel, like so what they're doing to make sure they're relevant. It's just insane to think about.
No, I agree completely, bro. I agree completely. And I just hope, it comes. I hope E3 does something to stay afloat, because they were like the ones before. We even saw like Game Informer and GameStop kind of make a play to come back as relevant somewhat, But as far as E3 goes, I don't know what's gonna happen. They canceled the entire show basically of 2022. Yeah. Maybe it's to have a better show of 2023 or something like that. I don't know, but all we can do is just kind of see what's gonna happen there. But
what do we got?
Moving right along, Ezra Miller, my guy. So I believe this happened the day of the slappening. Ezra Miller,
I think it did.
has officially been arrested for harassment and disorderly conduct while out in Hawaii. My man went up on stage and basically bitch slapped somebody that was doing karaoke. Like, what? What
you
what
don't
is
do that, bro. Like this is and like okay, this isn't his first offense either. I think
he pulled a Will Smith on the Chris Rock, but it wasn't at the Grammys. It was just at a karaoke bar.
It's even worse.
Same thing.
Yo,
Yeah,
and he verbally assaulted another lady a while back.
Didn't he attack a woman?
I think it was just verbally. I think it was because she like got in his space and was like, "Oh, I think she was a fan."
I thought he slammed her. I thought he slammed her.
You know what? I think you're right.
Yeah,
I think he did slam her. He did some shit, but like she like really kind of like got in his space with like uncomfortably.
She did get in his face, but
not an excuse. But I
body
understand,
slammed her.
especially if someone is famous. You know, they're tired of that type of thing. At some point, they're probably going to snap. That was probably his snap. But again, this isn't the type of behavior.
Oh, he like choked her. That's what it was. He choked the woman. She got up in his face and he like pushed her back by her throat, I think. Yeah.
This is the type of behavior someone who plays a superhero needs like to do. Like, and that's
you're
like
Flash.
Like you're not going to be Flash anytime longer, possibly. Like that's a very good like they might postpone the movie and reshoot everything with him not in it.
I saw something on Twitter that said the Flash is going to get delayed so much that they're going to have to recast Ezra Miller. And I was like, literally, oh my God, that's going to be so brutal, bro. I'm not going to lie. I don't think he's even a good Flash, to be honest. So I'm not even mad about that if they do recast him. But his entire
just a big part
attitude is really weird, though. Like, he does not care about he doesn't care. He's famous. Like, he's just out here just doing wild things.
He's basically like, I am cancel proof. That's what's going through his mind right now.
He's like, I can outrun the media, baby. Like,
and he might very well get. But DC, they might have a foot already out ready.
Discovery, bruh. That might be something that WB lets slide, but I don't know if Discovery's gonna let that slide, brother.
Yeah. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. I saw a video of one of the people that we follow, especially early on in the Marvel days. I know on their channel they do news stuff all the time. A lot of it's complete garbage and like baseless rumors. But one of the posts that they had posted was basically saying, "Ezra Miller out?" ? And then like that type of headline. And so it's not impossible, but I could definitely see it happening. Especially if it happens again. If it happens again, my man's toast. Or if
3 strikes, you're out, bro.
We're doing this. Like, if they press charges or something like that, who knows?
Well, if my man choke slammed a woman, they don't really care what he does. They're not going to be tripping about him bitch slapping a male. I'm just saying. They're not going to care.
That's
we
true.
care.
But the man he slaps makes sure they do care.
That's
and that's the reality of it.
That is,
and it
really
might be
facts.
that woman tried, but she didn't have the power to really make it matter.
I think she was actually,
or she bought out
in the wrong or something like that.
Yeah, she might have been.
Yeah.
But in this case, dude, if you walk upstage and go, whoa, and then like
Mary Sue says Barry Allen is always late. Like, Mary Sue. Comic Society had said CinemaCon is coming up.
I actually hear about that one every year. That's one of the ones I do hear about.
Gonna have to see if we can pull up on that one.
That one, Sundance, and there's a couple other ones.
And then the one that's like in Europe or something, right? It's like in London, and you can only go. Is that the movie festival?
Venice one is really popular too. New York Comic Con is still pretty big, especially when it comes to like toys and stuff like that. Comic Con as well. But that's just different things to think about. But yeah, Barry Allen, Ezra Miller. I don't know.
Yeah. Laura says, I think having their own media events are good for big game movie companies, but for the smaller ones,
definitely,
exactly.
I think that's when they I don't know, man. Like I think at that point, as a small company, you either like using all your money to make sure everyone knows isn't really efficient. Like that's probably not the way to go. But like I think that's definitely when you have to use your fan base to really kind of spread the word and like post stuff on their own, like on YouTube, on different things to really kind of build traction. I think that's probably the only route now that they can kind of go, unless they really have the money to make or partner with those big companies. But again, like as a small company, why would you do that? Especially if you're growing and one day potentially be even bigger as those companies. So that's crazy. Something that's unfortunately people are trying to figure out right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, bro. It's really interesting to see what's gonna really take place within these next months and years, really, of all of these companies doing their thing. Like before, it was like a let's go. We're E3 is coming up. We get to find out, maybe there's a new Smash Bros game coming out or something like that, But now it's like, oh, Nintendo is doing their own showcase of what's going to come out for Nintendo, and it's going to be literally everything that's coming out for Nintendo in this next year, like this next the next what is it called, the fiscal quarter or whatever, you know what I mean? Like they're like, it's like, well, I care about this a little bit more because these are the actual games that are coming here. Sony does it, Xbox does it, Ubisoft does it, and then it's like, now and then you have IGN covering all the games that aren't exclusives, and it's like, well, then you don't really need anything else now, So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm hoping it doesn't become too monopolized in a way. But I guess E3 was really the monopoly when you look at it because they were the ones that had all the information. So I guess it's getting unmonopolized. I don't know. Good thing, bad thing.
The market's
just
too
another
open.
thing to pay
There's
for.
so many competitors, and I don't know. Like I don't know how E3 makes their money. I'm pretty sure they get a percentage of everything and the fees and everything. But like there's no need to go to E3 at this point. Like. Yeah, especially if you're a big company.
I don't even think we follow them on Twitter. Like, do we? Like,
I think we do, but they don't post.
Like it doesn't. Because didn't we do an E3 event before? I think we did do one before.
We watched, we didn't stream it, but we watched all the trailers they released for that E3 event.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, but that was before we had figured out how to properly stream anything like that before. So
yeah. In the early days.
Yes.
In the caveman days.
Simply a year ago, right? I mean, has it been a year ago? That's probably like around the time, possibly. I'm not too sure, but but moving right along, this is a rumor. All right. And this is a rumor that we've talked about on the channel before. Storm potentially making her first appearance in the MCU in Thor: Love and Thunder. However, I do have to say, the person who initially reported this maybe a year and a half ago, Daniel Rittman, who is a huge inside scooper for like Marvel movies in general, had already said that this was not true at the time, or has since said it's not true. And I think this is a rumor that just kind of resurfaced again. And I saw him tweet saying, and this was after the fact that we had posted it, that he was like, hey, you know what? I posted this like so long ago. This is still untrue. And it might be him playing,
devil's advocate.
But what do you think what do you think, bro? Storm and Thor, bro?
I don't even I don't think so, because Storm's not really like a space character, and I'm pretty sure all of Thor: Love and Thunder takes place in outer space. So I have no idea why she would be out there unless the X-Men are like on a mission in space or something. Unless they're coming and no, I'm lying. All of Thor: Love and Thunder does not take place in space because Valkyrie is in it, and Valkyrie is on Earth at New Asgard because that's where Earth is now. Earth now. I mean, that's where New Asgard is now. It's on Earth. So maybe she's at New Asgard or something. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I have no idea. I always thought her coming in Black Panther would be better.
Yeah, I figured that'd probably be the better.
In the comic books, she is a queen of somewhere, and then her and Black Panther
I really enjoy
get married and
that
all
whole
that
storyline because their relationship. Because when Black Panther first came out, a new Black Panther comic run had just come out. It was 6 issues. I got all 6 issues, and like in that comic book, it talks about Killmonger doing his Killmonger thing, in the movie, and then Storm comes involved, gets involved, and like Black Panther has the feels for her, and like I don't know if they get married in this particular comic run, but they definitely have had a past relationship before, and he definitely has feelings for her. And so there was just something. It was cool to read. So, and it'd be cool to see on screen, but I don't know how they're gonna. Like, they just wrapped filming for Black Panther, so I don't think we don't even know like what they're gonna do like without like what their method of telling the story was after everything happened with Chadwick Boseman. So
yeah,
it'll be interesting to
but
see.
Speaking about Thor: Love and Thunder, though, we are officially the closest to a movie, Marvel movie we've ever been without a trailer. Like, this is officially the closest we've been. So I have there has to be some real serious shit that they're hiding in this trailer, or that's gonna really change the game, and that's why they're not showing. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're T minus.
It has to come out any day now.
90 days at this point. Like, we're really close. So if we don't even get it before
that's this week, bro. I feel it.
I hope so. If we don't get it before
maybe tomorrow morning, watch
Multiverse of Madness, that will be crazy, bro. We'll be like 60 days out from the
rumor
movie.
was, or not, I guess not the rumor, but I've seen people say that's going to come out with come out before Doctor Strange. So like in the trailers of Doctor Strange, that's where they're going to premiere the trailer.
Yeah, that's kind of what we thought that's what it was going to be for the other one, though.
But I don't know. I don't think for them, I think they just understand, hey, we don't need to market this like we needed to market Moon Knight. People just know.
True.
Like,
there's been three Thor movies at this point.
Like, people just know and understand like what we're getting into when it comes to like Thor, because of like the last one, Thor Ragnarok, Thor 2, Thor 1. And so I think they're feeling a little cocky right now. I think I was like, we don't need this. We can wait. Month out, no problem. We'll still get $1 billion. I think that's I think that's the mindset they have right now.
No cap, though. Yeah, 96 days until the movie comes out. Closest we've ever been to a movie. That's freaking crazy. I can't even imagine. Like, bro, that's 3 months. We get this movie in 3 months, and we haven't seen a trailer for it yet. So they're definitely gonna. And I don't even think we're gonna see it this. I honestly don't think we'll see it. If we do see it this month, we'll see it like 2 weeks in, like around like April 15th or something like that. That's when we'll get it dropped. For some, it'll drop like April 18th, the week that week. It'll drop like on a Monday, and then 2 weeks we'll have that one for 2 weeks, and then they'll put out like the extended IMAX trailer for the Thor Doctor Strange movie. You know what I mean? And then that's when we get that one.
But
I'm
excited for the movie, though, man. I think this is gonna be one of the best movies we're gonna get all year. Like, so far we've gotten what?
You think Thor is gonna be better than Doctor Strange?
I'm sorry. For some reason, I was thinking I was in the end of 2019 for a moment.
And
I thought I was in
Black
the future
Panther
just
this year
now
as well. I think all of the movies we get this year.
I think it will be among the best, if not top 2. This is gonna be a huge fight, a huge battle for that number 2 spot this year. But I think this is definitely a contender for number 2. Spider-Man right now killed it. Was a blast. But in terms of what it could mean for the future, Doctor Strange is probably the one movie that is the most impactful for us right now. I think for us on the channel specifically, because that's what we've talked about for like months and the past year.
That's where all the phase building's coming at us.
Yeah.
Until
at least that's what we believe. So, and I can't say the same for Thor necessarily. I think Thor is just going to add to it and kind of complicate things with like, certain gods potentially dying, and Thor getting
the
phased
God
out,
Butcher and all this stuff. Yeah.
So I think Thor is just the evolution point, but like Doctor Strange is gonna be the change that starts that evolution. That's probably the best way to put it.
It's about to be crazy. It's about to be crazy. This year is going to be a crazy year of MCU movies. No kizzy, no cap. And we're getting and I think they're also not putting out the Thor trailer because they still have to put the trailer out for Miss Marvel. like another trailer out for Miss Marvel. They already got the one out, so they got to put another one out for Miss Marvel. You know what I mean? It's like there's two, and then Miss Marvel is coming out as well before Thor. So I don't even know how. There's so many properties just getting juggled in the air, and it's like, bro, we have no idea where anything's gonna land.
Yeah. But with that said, that about brings an end to our docket today. But before we go, we got some new releases coming out this week.
Oh yeah. So this is gonna be what's new on Disney Plus, CrunchyRoll, HBO Max, and more this April. So this is all the stuff that's coming to us in April on all these different streaming platforms. And then we also have the couple of movies that are coming out. So we're just gonna breeze through this because they be going crazy. So we have Ultraman Season 2. I have not watched Season 1.
I haven't watched it, but it looks pretty cool.
I hear that's really amazing. I hear that's like one of the best animes that Netflix has done as well. Pacific Rim, the Black
I cannot
Season
wait
2.
for this, bro. I cannot wait.
I haven't finished Season 1 because I
freaking
didn't watch
loved the first season, bro. I loved the first
Was it
season.
amazing, bro?
It was so cool, bro. I love the Pacific Rim series.
I know you love that universe.
So, oh man, when I watched that show, I was like, no, I need more. I felt so sad when it was over.
I feel you there.
Yep.
And then we have let's see. Hold on. Oh, and then we have Russian Doll Season 2. And then Ozark Season 4 Part 2. Ozark is amazing.
That's a huge show on Netflix.
Yeah.
Right now.
Ozark is amazing. I have not watched the most recent seasons, unfortunately, though. But I know that it's really like the seasons that I have watched are crazy awesome. Yeah. From Prime Video, we're getting The Lighthouse starring Robert Pattinson, the Bat himself. And we're also getting Undone. Do not know what either of those is about. But Amazon is going to get every single James Bond movie added to their streaming service. So it's about to be 007.
I'm going to have to watch them up, man. I've never really watched them all like that. I've only ever watched the ones with
the newest James Bond,
with
right?
the newest James Bond. I haven't really ever watched the older ones, so that could be
like Casino Royale and all of those. Yeah. My mother loves 007. So I know I'm pretty sure she's seen every single one of them. And she's seen the newest one as well, and she loves all of them. So yeah. Disney Plus is getting Scrat Tales, which is an Ice Age series. I think that's the one that I don't know if that's the one that we've
This is new actually
been seeing.
But the trailer just dropped like a week ago. So I don't know why. Unless it was something that's coming out for a long time, we just didn't know. But yeah,
unless they change the name of the property or something. We get more Moon Knight this month, of course, and then Disney Artist, which is a Disney Artist Sketchbook, which is a 6-part series that's going to be showcasing different just art and artwork, I think, and stuff like that, and maybe ideas that different Disney artists have had for the shows. Available on Hulu, we have Woke Season 2, Mayans MC Season 4, and Under the Banner of Heaven, which stars Andrew Garfield. Have you heard about any of those ones?
I have not.
Me either, except Mayans. I know Mayans goes crazy. I know Mayans is in the Sons of Anarchy universe.
We have a trailer reaction for the Banner of Heaven. It's a teaser trailer, but so it doesn't show a lot, but we do have a trailer reaction for that.
I did not know. Yeah, check that out. And then on HBO Max, we have Tokyo Vice starring Ken Watanabe. Barry Season 3. Is Barry a serial killer? Like Dexter? I don't know what Barry is about, but
I hear really good things about the show.
Oh, really?
I've watched clips from it, and it actually seems pretty cool. I think he's a veteran that becomes a mercenary, like a killer for hire, or it becomes like a Deadpool type character, not like in a comedic sense, but like in the sense like he'll take down people for money. But I don't know, because I don't want to call him an assassin because he's not I don't know.
I got you.
He could be an assassin, but it's hard to say.
I got you. I understand.
An ex-spy. I'm not too sure.
The Flight Attendant Season 2 and The Baby. HBO is also dropping We Own This City, a story about corruption in the Baltimore Police Department. Yeah. And then HBO subscribers will also get to check out The Batman on April 19th. So put that on your calendars. That's crazy. HBO does not care. They will put that movie in. They will put that movie on HBO Max a week after it leaves the theaters. They do not care. Apple TV Plus subscribers will get a look into Magic Johnson's life. They're gonna have a documentary called "They Call Me Magic," and then Paramount, we get new episodes of Halo and Star Trek Picard, which I don't think we've been watching Star Trek at all.
But a lot of good things are coming from that show. So
that's what I hear. I hear like that thing is crazy. And then on Peacock, if you like WWE, you're gonna get to enjoy WrestleMania 38. Killing It's coming to Peacock, and then So Dumb It's Criminal, hosted by Snoop Dogg, which will probably be hilarious, is gonna be coming there as well.
Oh yeah,
Snoop Dogg is hilarious in everything he does. And then CrunchyRoll, we have Spy X Family. I've never heard of that, but it sounds really good.
Sounds
and then
intense.
Trapped in a Dating Sim.
Oh,
so I really wanted. We might have to check out that trailer for Spy X Family, no cap, because that sounds awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then as far as movies go, what do we have coming at us, bro?
Well, we got Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Ambulance, bro. I've been so excited for Ambulance, bro. I'm excited for Sonic 2.
Oh, wait, are those both this week? Oh, snap.
But,
okay. That's crazy. Ambulance is going to be amazing.
I've been looking forward to Ambulance and a lot, and it comes, and I can't wait.
I don't know if we're gonna have to see. Do you want to see that one? I think that might actually be at the IMAX worthy, because it is like, is that my Michael Bay?
That was Michael Bay.
Yeah, that might be IMAX worthy then.
That one might be a worthy contender there.
Yeah, no cap.
But on Netflix, we got Run to Space, Metal Lords, and Dancing on Glass.
Return to Space.
I haven't watched any of it. I'm not too sure about those ones there. Prime Video, All the Old Knives. This is, I think we do have a trailer reaction for this one out.
We do,
and it seemed pretty intense, dealing with spies, right, or something like that.
Yeah, it kind of seems something like that, but I don't really recall exactly what was going on. I think my assumption was like it's gonna be like spies going, like one spy is like trying to leave the game or something like that, and then everyone's kind of going after him.
Yeah. And then for limited releases, we got The Case for Heaven, Midnight, which I think we'd have a trailer reaction for Midnight, Vicious Fun, High Expectations, Everything Everywhere, As They Made Us, Agent Game, Align, Cow, Coast, Ride Till I Die, Viva Maestro, The Girl and Spider, and Metal Lords. Not too sure about a whole lot of these. I think Midnight and Everything Everywhere and As They Made Us are things that I've kind of been aware of.
We need to see Everything Everywhere for sure, because I've been hearing crazy things about that one. And
is that the one with the multiverse?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And then All the Old Knives is the one with Chris Pine. And the CIA discovers one of its agents leaked information that costs more than no. Chris Pine. Chris Pine is Wonder Woman. That dude, I believe. Yeah, he's the one.
Yeah,
that's in All the Old Knives.
Oh, you're right. I'm thinking of the movie that Chris.
There is a movie with Chris Pratt. Yes, he's also coming out in a movie that is also a Prime movie, if I'm not mistaken. That's also similar to him being like
a
CIA
spy
agent,
or
but I think he's a mercenary instead. Yeah. A lot of movies
looks pretty dope.
Really and this movie, All the Old Knives, also looks dope, if I'm not mistaken, from the trailer that we saw. It was like, ooh, yes, give us more. But yeah, that is it for what's coming to the streaming world and movies of the week. Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming to the stream. Before we head out, though, if you haven't already, please make sure to follow us on all of our social medias at Marvel Bros on our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and our YouTube channel, where we post all of our content and much more.
That is right. You can also check us out on our website, marvelbros.com, that is MRVLbros.com, where you are able to purchase merchandise and just do all that amazing stuff that we have available on our website. You can do a lot more. So just explore. Go to our website and just explore what we got going on there. We can't wait to see you there. Don't forget to join our Discord, where we are always having conversations about basically any and everything, whether it's how to get into the Oscars or just random things about Halo and Moon Knight. Apparently all you got to do is get nominated by 2 people and have $250 a year to get into the Academy. And you just have you can just see every movie that's ever been created, I guess, which is crazy. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in with us. Oh, and also check out our pop culture news update wherever you listen to your podcast. And thank you guys for tuning in with us on another amazing pop culture news update. And we hope to see you on the next one. Excelsior.
Peace.
To support Marvel Bros, all you gotta do is visit our website at www.marvelbros.com and buy some merch. Represent the superfan.
Or you can join our Patreon to get early access to content, patron-only scoops, giveaways, private Q&As, and those sacred watch parties.
We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the next one.
Excelsior.
On today's pop culture news update.